Hello and welcome to Mandibil. Um, I thought I'd show you a little clip here. On Twitter, I am, sobbing on Keith Frankish, and that reminds me I need to get into deconstructing further into his um, illusionism at some point. I lost track of it after the sort of Stephen Molyneux metaphysics incident, let's call it that. And this one, I was sort of, I mean, it's such a beautiful. It's such what's the word? Fitting illustration of what is wrong in academia, right? It's like, I mean, let's just see it in a few seconds, right? But Keith Frankis makes this update. He says this man actually holds an endowed chair in moral philosophy at one of the UK's leading universities. So, so he holds an endowed chair. Chair, it's not important. You must be some kind of, I'm not into academia titles and all that, right? But, professor, whatever, emeritus, I don't know all these, right? And moral philosophy. Now, I'm not saying necessarily there's something immoral about the behaviors of this dude. I'm thinking more in a sense of what are they like, these kinds of people? You are being forced at gunpoint to pay for their life so they can basically teach you about, for instance, moral philosophy, right? I mean, there should be something coming the other way. If you're forced to pay for somebody who's doing some kind of academic work for your money, there ought to be something coming the other way, right? What are you getting? And what are they like, these kinds of people, right? And it's also one of UK's leading universities. It's leading, I mean, Eton, Cambridge, Oxford, and maybe it's Edinburgh because it says here, meanwhile in Scotland in the original post, right? So it's possibly, Edinburgh University, whatever it's called up there, right? And my mind goes to David Hume, who actually was studying 300 years ago up there, right? Almost 300 years ago. Starting as 12 years old, right? I have more faith in a guy like David Hume being able to tell me or lecture me or help me with philosophy in his 300-year-old book, A Treatise of Human Nature, than trusting that this dude, not only Keith Frankish, but this dude he's linking to, right, is going to do anything of value for that which people are being forced to pay for, right? Okay, so let's see the clip. I hope I haven't, maybe I could blow it up a bit here, just for the sake of viewing. Yeah, let's have it this way. Okay, I hope the sound is up.
What the fuck are you doing?
Ah,
What are you doing?
he's fire.
Are we fire?
You're the boys.
This is apparently, I only have to trust Keith Frankish. I have no reason to think that he should be lying about this. I mean, he's not, if he's not even concerned that it might give a philosophy a bad name, this man actually holds an endowed chair in moral philosophy at one of the... Now, there's not necessarily, no, just to clarify, there's not necessarily something immoral about what he's doing. But when we're talking about virtue, this rubs me the wrong way, right? It's not, seems like something that is rational to me, that he's walking around with a, what's it called? A pram. He pushed a pram a lot in Camelot. It doesn't seem to me to be wise or thoughtful or insightful or rational or philosophical or anything I can come up with. Walking around with a child's pram, as far as I can see, on fire. And when people talk to him, he's just fire, fire, like Arthur Brown, fire, do 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 do, fire, do do do, the good old track from 1967, whatever. I'd like you to burn. Walking around in the street with a pram. Is it called a pram? There's another word than pram, but I forget. On fire? And he's supposed to be a high-level academic, being able to help people with moral philosophy and possibly philosophy in general. These are the kind of people that more or less indirectly I am being forced to pay for, right? It says it's like a perfect picture of the state of the academic world to me, right? It's a fucking dumpster fire, right? It's crazy people who are there because they're crazy, not because they are good at philosophy or anything else. They can't do something that is functional in the real world, right? Apparently. And people are being forced to pay for them, right? That money transfer has to be there so that you are being forced to pay taxes, right? And being forced to pay taxes is what enables this fucking, parasitical monetary system that is going to implode in the next 10 years. It's people like this idiot who is working for this system that enables you and I to become sort of monetary slaves, right? It's like, and Keith Frankish, man, I guess I appreciate the honesty, but if I was a part of that system, I would feel like, what the fuck, why is he a part of this system that I'm working for? This fucking idiot walking around in the streets with a pram on fire, right? What the hell is going on? But he's like, this man actually holds an endowed chair in moral philosophy. And what am I supposed to think of that comment? Is it like, well, it's weird? Or it's, yeah, but he's actually a decent dude when he's not walking around with a pram on fire? Or what am I supposed to think of this? This lack of reality connection with these people is mind-blowing, right? Oh, man. Oh. Oh, let me have your opinion. What do you think of this? It's ridiculous, right? Okay, share, like, and subscribe. Try the Discord server, link below, hopefully. Otherwise, have a very nice day. See you next time.